What is up, y'all? My name is Jake, and in today's video, I'm going over how to build an above average life. Let's get straight into it. So, if you want an above average life, you must do above average things. So, the life you want is not built by just doing what everyone else is doing. So, you got to think about if you act like everyone else, you overeat on the junk food, you skip your workouts, you do whatever's comfortable. That's what majority of America does. And a lot of people will tell you that, like, oh, well, it's fine because everyone else does it. So, it's fine. You don't have to try too hard. You don't have to work out. And if you do that, you'll have an average life. But if you look at it, it's just about over 50% now of America is obese and overweight, and their amount of body fat is a risk to their health. So, yeah, you can be like everyone else, but do you really want to be like everyone else? And I'm going to go over like how to actually become above average. So, the life you want isn't built by doing what everyone else is doing. Like I promise you. If it was so easy and comfortable, like you wouldn't have clicked this video in the first place. So choose your own path. So the journey to making your own extraordinary life, where whatever it is you want, we all know what we want. Maybe it's a partner for you. Maybe it's having a lot of money, being financially successful. Maybe it's having a shredded body, ripped six pack. Whatever your own path is, you know that better than no one else. Specifically what yours is. Not I just described some very broad, generic things, but you have your own specific things. Like for me, like I want to have a family. I want to have a daughter. I want to have a beautiful wife and a family I can take care of. Have an amazing physique, be strong for them, make sure they feel protected by me, be able to financially support them so they never have to worry about bills or money to ever be a problem. Those are some of my specific aspects, and that's evolved by the way that I've been brought up, the way I was raised, and what I actually want in life. And I'm working towards that every single day, creating an above average life for myself while working towards that goal. So choose your own path of what is going to inspire you to do that. Next thing is to embrace the challenges, because if you expect life to be on easy mode the whole time, you're in for a rude awakening, because life's not easy. And it's almost like an equal exchange. If you do something that's very hard, you'll get a good reward. The harder a challenge you go through for a longer period of time, the greater the reward will be. That's why people that win the lottery, most of them don't keep the success. They lose most of the money in about like the first year, 2 years, because they didn't have the framework to be wealthy in the first place. They didn't necessarily earn it, because they didn't work hard to get to that point. They just had sort of easy way out, and then they were not able to handle that pressure. That's kind of like God or the universe's way of saying, like, you just weren't ready for it. So you have to build yourself up to become an above average person to get those above average things that everyone wants, because everyone wants a Lamborghini and a car. Most men, right? Most. I don't like to say all. Most. But why doesn't everyone have it if it was easy? Because it's not. It takes some above average tasks. So I'm going to cover exactly how to streamline that in a way to where it's clear exactly what to do, but also how to make that fit into your lifestyle a lot better. Exceptional results. So when you commit to doing things that other people won't, you'll achieve what other people can't. You think about it, it's an equal exchange. It's an equivalent. If you do things like everyone else, then you're going to get that result. Okay, stop repeating myself. Let's see what we can get into. What does above average actually mean? It's not about being crazy different. It's not about getting like extreme crazy wealth or becoming like a super shredded bodybuilder on the open stage and winning the Mr. Olympia. I don't mean to that level. If that's you, that's perfectly fine. But I mean more specifically of just being above the rest. Not in a way of being like cocky and arrogant, but just like performing at a higher level. It's not about being crazy different. Above average does not require like fame or extreme suffering either. It really is. It's not that much because the bar is so incredibly low. That's why there's a guy here eating like a hamburger. He's probably super overweight because that's easy, and it's just one simple change that you could do to make that lower in calorie, higher in protein. That's just one step. But it's about building a life that you're proud of, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. Literally look from an outside perspective. If someone had a camera on you, like the Truman Show, 24/7 on you, and you were watching that, would you be proud of your own life? Would you be proud of the things you do in your day, of how you treat yourself, and the actions you do to pursue your greater future that you say you want to achieve? Like, how much of that are you actually doing every single day? It's about just building a life that you're proud of, that you'd be willing to show off to other people and be like, I'm proud of my process to get to my end goal. And my clients, for example, today's Sunday, and I'm reviewing my clients' check-ins, and one of my guys in there, we have this thing where we started doing, like, for 1 minute, just journal. It sounds woo-woo and all this, but, like, just set a 1 minute timer. 1 minute goes by very fast. Just write out whatever you want. If you want to go longer, you can. And he told me, he's like, dude, it's been amazing. Like, he day trades. And he's like, I lost $400 last week, but now I just made a new trade. I'm up like 1K plus, and it's still going. And it's been so cool to have the to-do list in the journal and just writing things out. And so, like, it comes in the small things that equates to the big things over time. The truth is that most people honestly just settle. They have average habits. They get average results. But just slightly tweaking those habits to become higher level, higher leverage yields the uncommon results closer to that. And it's just about it's about maximizing the best results you can possible, right? So above average habits you need to adopt. First one, don't go out every weekend. Now, don't take this as me saying don't have any friends, don't have a social life. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's moments where you know it's either worth it or it's not. And most average people just go out and say, yeah, you know what, let's go drinking. Let's go to the bars because it's the weekend, right? That's not a fair occasion. If there's a special occasion or a birthday or celebration, something's happening, totally have your time. Enjoy your life. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but know when it's necessary, know when it's not. Focus on your sleep, your mindset, your goals. Make sure all those things come first because you should be the number one priority, not other people. Or what are they going to think about me if I say I don't hang out this week? Because say, this is actually a thing with me. Say your coworkers go out all the time and you say, no, I'm not going to go out today. They're like, what? Why? You always go out with us. What's wrong? What do we do? And it's almost this blame game of you all know you're doing something inherently wrong, at least subconsciously. And then when they see that you're starting to pursue better for yourself, they're kind of going to be like, what? Why? But you have to be able to swallow that and be okay with that. So making sure you get 7 hours of sleep, your mindset, make sure it's always on track, always a good priority. Your goals too. Save special events for special moments. Second thing, eat more protein than your friends and everyone around you. Most people barely ever get enough protein. Like I train clients in person and online. And the number one thing I see when people start is like, well, I eat a good amount of protein. I eat a lot of meat. And then we start tracking their calories and seeing their macros and seeing how much protein they're getting. And it's like under 50 grams. And they weigh like 150 pounds. So they should be getting like 130 to 150 a day. And they're only getting like 50 on a good day. And I'm like, no, you're not. It's one of the biggest things. So aim for 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight in protein every single day, without a doubt. I do 1.3 grams about per day. So more than enough because I really want to build extra muscle. It's just about your own goals. But aim for at least 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Train like your future depends on it. Don't have any half-effort workouts. Don't have workouts where you're like, oh, yeah, just show up and just kind of get it done, go through the motions and come home. Like, yes, it's better than nothing, right? It's always better than nothing to do that. But is that going to get you an above-average result? No. If you show up just like the average people at the gym, you probably look around the gym, you see there's a lot of average people in there. You're like, oh, well, that guy's kind of in shape, or they look lean, decently fit. Oh, that guy's like older gentleman. He kind of has a belly, but he has some good-looking arms, I guess. You don't want to be average. You want to be above average. You want to have a good physique for yourself and be the best version of yourself. So don't have any half-effort workouts. Track your lifts. Make sure you're tracking your weights and seeing that you're making actual progress. Because if you're not, then you don't feel like you're reaching towards anything. And then two, you're not able to track and see, like, am I actually making growth? Am I actually making progress? Challenge yourself. It's literally a game. Have fun with it. Plan your day. This is one of the biggest things. And I started doing this like very early on. But plan out your day. Plan what you're going to do. Just write down like 3 tasks you want to do for the day. Not even related to the gym, just in general. What are the 3 things you want to do to progress to get to your better version of your new future? Break the big goals into daily wins. There's things you can do every single day to break that up and then be like, well, today I meal prepped and that was a lot better for me. Win today, tomorrow it stacks. And that'll lead towards long-term success. So, your brick wall. Imagine this. The dream life you want, the family you want, the financial success you want, the body you want. Imagine that's like a brick wall that you're trying to build, right? It takes a bunch of little bricks to put all that together. Most people, they wake up, they check how they feel. If they feel like it, they'll throw a few bricks around, lay a little bit. It's kind of messy. They don't really care, though. And then they're like, oh, today I don't feel like it. Some days they're really motivated. They lay down 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 bricks. Nice, I got a lot of work done today. And then they're fatigued or life gets in the way. Or, oh, I had to work overtime this week, so couldn't have laid some bricks today. This is a metaphor for your fitness. The person who, instead of trying to cram everything in or just seeing how they feel and just do the average, they lay one solid, good brick, make sure it's clean on all corners, no cuts, no cracks, lay down the pavement and everything really well every single day with care and focus. Eventually, the first guy might eventually build a wall. Maybe in 15, 20 years, he might have a decent physique, but it's sloppy because the craftsmanship and the work wasn't always there. The quality wasn't amazing. And is the brick wall really going to stand up? If something tragic happens, whole brick wall is easily getting knocked down. But the guy who laid one solid brick every single day with care and focus and had really big attention to detail, You know when that wall is built, it is strong because the foundation is there. Every single brick has been perfectly handcrafted and laid. Every brick is like a day. Every day you want to be as close as possible as you can to being perfect and work towards your goals. So daily consistency, just lay one solid brick each day. Focus on quality, care and attention to detail in your lifts, your foods, your mentality as well, how much sleep you're getting. It's all very, very important. And long-term results. Instead of trying to be in the moment and just cram everything in, trust me, I used to be there. I used to be like, oh, I want to get in shape right away. I want the physique right now. Put quality in, and in the long term, you will see the big changes, the big results. It's not about laying 100 bricks at once. It's just about laying one perfectly every single day. So this is my story. Before, when I first started lifting, I was going out with friends after the closing shift. I'd work a bunch of fast food or restaurant jobs, and they would usually always like go out. It would either be like to IHOP, or we go out drinking, or smoking weed, whatever. And I would always join them because, you know, we're friends, and we're all pretty close. We're about teenagers, late teens, some early 20s. And we would stay up till, I say 1 a.m., but at least, because we got out at like 12 or 1 a.m., depending on the night. And we stay up for another 2, maybe sometimes even 3 hours, stay up very, very late at night. And I would sleep into like 11 or 12 the next day. And it was absolutely horrible, and I knew it, but it was just the average. You know, I was like, everyone else is doing it, so it's okay. It's this human herd mentality. I was eating whatever I wanted that was quick, easy, tasted good. I was just going with the flow of life. It's like if something feels good, I'm just going to eat. Like fast food was a big one for me. I told myself I was serious since I was like making an effort. I was going to the gym about 3 to 5 days a week, but I knew I wasn't giving my best. I knew I wasn't giving everything else to get the good physique that I eventually ended up getting. So the change happened when this happened. It wasn't until I was okay with saying no to the regular weekend smoke session, track my protein, lifted with intent, and stayed on Friday nights. That was when my life changed. I became okay with saying no, because at first it's uncomfortable, especially with you when you're going out with all your friends, your close people, and they don't mean any harm, right? But telling them, no, I'm okay, or I'll pass, or oh, I'm not going to drink tonight, that's very hard to do at first. And you will get pushback. You'll get the pushback of, oh, why? Oh, really? They almost feel insulted, right? But being okay with saying no, people will eventually realize, you know what, bro's dialed in. Like Jake, he's dialed in. Like, we're not going to ask him if he wants to drink. If he wants to drink, he will. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't. It's all about that sort of moderation, having control, and establishing your ground and what's important to you. Because your life is the one that matters most. When you die, when this life is over for you, you'll be under the ground. Everyone will forget you in about at least a year, 2 years. You know, top of mind, you'll kind of be gone, which is the sad truth. So you really have to think about yourself and what's in the best interest for you while still having care and love for others. So my turning point was this. I remember one weekend, my friends hit me up for a night out. I wasn't working that day. And I had a push day workout lift scheduled the next morning, and I was excited for it. So I was like, I'm okay. I think I made some excuse like, oh, I'm tired or something, but I really wasn't. I stayed home. I hit my macros. I got all my protein in, hit my calories. I slept 8 hours, felt really good. And I had a great lift. The reason was I had a day off of work the next day, and I was like, do I really want to waste my day off by waking up at 12 and feeling bad? Because I've done it so many times at this point. I was like, let me not do that. Slept 8 hours. I had a great lift. The kind where like you have your headphones in, the music is amazing. You're just like vibing the whole time, kind of like dancing a little bit. You're having a great workout, pushing some amazing weight. Like it was like everything felt so good in my muscles too. And I was so glad I took that necessary time for myself. And that was just a small win that compounded. But that was the first like large decision where I was like, okay, like I'm realizing what's best for me. It's not going out and giving into the quick temptation, the short-term dopamine. The result is now, years later, I have the confidence, the physique, and the business that all of those decisions built to get to where I am now. So here's how you can do the same thing, how to break big goals into daily wins. So set your goal, whatever it is. Lose 20 pounds, build a chest that you're proud of, start a side hustle, whatever. It doesn't have to be necessarily related to fitness, but it might be a part of it, right? It's about laying the bricks, laying the foundation. Reverse engineer it. What needs to happen each week to make that impossible? Like, say that you want a six-pack, and right now you have a gut. You're like, okay, this is a really big goal, really big task to overcome. How can I do something every single week to make sure that happens? What if I track my calories every day this week? Like, track every single food I eat in MyFitnessPal. Okay. What if I try going to the gym 3 times a week? No. What if I don't try it? What if I actually do go to the gym 3 times a week no matter what? Then, of course, it's going to happen. Because I'm going to monitor my calories, monitor my protein, and as long as I stay consistent with the gym, it's bound to happen. It's inevitable, right? You want to think about it like that. What can you do? And then break that down even further each day. Every day I'll do a 15-minute walk of cardio. It's not much at all, but I could do that. That's definitely going to burn more calories, burn more body fat. Daily commitments as well. Hit your protein, hit your calories, get your workout done, sleep 7+ hours every single night, journal or meditate for 5 minutes, and just track it. It's simple, but not always easy. Some days will be a lot easier than others, but it will always be worth it. I can tell you that as someone who's been through this myself. So remember this. If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. Think about it. I heard this quote that was like, the path to hell feels like heaven. The path to heaven feels like hell. You have to go through suffering to get the great reward. And that's why it's framed the way it is. So it means doing the work when you don't feel like it. Building discipline through your consistency. Prioritizing your future over the momentary pleasure. That's what most of it is. It's just momentary pleasure when you think about it. If you're ever going to make a bad decision, binge eat, overeat, watch porn, not do your workout, whatever, just think about, is this worth it right now? Or is it just short-term pleasure I'm seeking? Because you know the long-term vision. You know what decisions align with that. Saying no when it's inconvenient. Prioritizing what matters most. Like if you're out on vacation and you and your friends go out to a restaurant, like place that serves like deep dish pizza, and you're like, okay, should I go? Yeah, I'll go. What should I get? I'll have 1 slice of pizza. Would I normally have 2 or 3? Definitely. Are they going to ask me if I want more? Yes, but I can make that hard decision because even though it's inconvenient. So being above average means making those choices consistently even when they are difficult. So your challenge this week, I want you to reevaluate how you're spending your time. Where are the distractions in your day currently that you can cut in your week? What's really holding you back? What are some things you're currently spending your time in, pouring your time into that is not giving you any significant reward at all? Maybe it's watching Netflix, scrolling on your phone, watching a lot of YouTube, whatever. Hit your protein goal every single day. Fuel your body for growth and recovery. It's going to build muscle, keep you full. Obviously, like we know all the benefits of protein. Train hard. No half rep sets. No just kind of show up and do what I want. Give your workouts intensity. That will give you the greatest results. Plan your week in advance. You don't know how ahead you will be if on Sunday you just write out every single day. Write out 2 to 3 things you want to do each day. That's literally it. It could be, I got to go to work. Okay, I got to run my laundry this day. I got to go to the gym today. That's literally it. You can just write that down every single day. That will put you ahead of so many different people and get you towards that above average lifestyle. Lay 1 solid brick each day. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope it was very educational for you. If you want to become one of my clients, this is actually a presentation I'm going to be giving to my clients later today on our community call. We have a community call where everyone hops on and give a presentation similar to this every single week. I wanted to share this one because it's really important though. But if you want to become one of my clients and work with me one-to-one to improve your life, build that above average life for yourself, above average physique with a simpler way than most, because I struggled for a very long time with my habits, my lifestyle, not knowing what to do and doing the wrong thing and doing keto, carnivore, 1 meal a day, all this bullshit that didn't work. If you want to achieve your truly best physique, I'll have a link in the description where you can book a call, chat with me, see if it's a good fit, and if it makes sense for us to work together. And subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.